Hi guys, welcome to this episode of Southbound Fishing. Today I'm going to be shooting some baits right here. This is the Punch Buggy mold, 2-part injection. Produces a fully round bait, no trimming required, faster production, dual-sided. It's a perfect bait every time. We're going to shoot this bait at a couple of 2-color baits. What we're going to do is we're going to do a bright orange claw and antenna curl for it, but then the body of this bait is actually going to be a really nice brown pumpkin. It's going to be a really cool effect. I really like this color craw. Very natural, works in a lot of areas, so let's get started. Okay, so first thing I want to do is take the Pyrex cup. I have 2 of them. Pyrex cup, make sure it's cleaned out. There's stuff on the outside, but it doesn't really matter. Just make sure there's no scraps on the inside. Right there, it looks fine to me. And then what I do right there is my Caney Creek molds, crystal clear in medium. It's so cool how Jason does this thing in this bag in a box style plastic. All you do is put the funnel up to it, hit the tap, fill it up. I'm gonna go 2/3 of a cup. You're good to go. Sorry about that. Fill my next one up. Go another 2/3 of a cup. Good to go. That's all it is, guys. Caney Creek molds, crystal clear. Great stuff from a great company. Okay. So now we are going to heat this plastic up. But before I do that, I'm going to do a little bit of my special formula. First, mix it up. Always mix it up. After you mix up your 2 cups, I have some things that I like to add to my plastic special formula, and I have a ratio for that formula. So I'll measure that out. Turns it from just regular to a different formula, more softer but more durable. Right there. Mix it in very well. Four drops of heat stabilizer. Mix that up as well. And we're good to go. My cup is in the microwave. It hasn't been heated yet. As you can see, I just placed it in there. Let's see, this is 2/3 of a cup. My normal, for anything up to a cup, I go for 1:30. As you can see right there. Put it in there for 1:30. When that gets done, I'll show you how it comes out, and I'll show you how to go on from there. Okay guys, the microwave has stopped. Got my cup of plastisol right here. Let's see how it looks. Okay guys, here's the plastic. Doesn't look clear yet. It still looks like there's some light white liquid at the bottom. We just move that liquid to the top by stirring it. As you can see, it's jelly. It almost feels like jelly, like strawberry or grape jelly. So we're going to put this in for another 30 seconds. Just take the cup, after you mixed it of course, put it back in, hit it for another 30, and then we're going to see how it looks. Just pulled the cup out of the microwave for that last 30-second shot. Look at that stuff. Looks like water. That's the great thing about Caney Creek Crystal Clear. No bubbles at all. Barely any smoke. It almost smells good. I mean, other stuff just stinks. This stuff almost smells good. Look at that. Water, guys. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this plastic. This is going to be my first shot. So I have Caney Creek fluorescent orange right here. Just shake it up. Make sure you get, there's the pigment, a lot of the pigment settles at the bottom on all colors pretty much. So you just got to give it a little bit of a shake. And we're going to just add to taste. I don't really have a formula for this, you just add it because you can make it as dark or as rich or as clear as you want it to. See, there's a little bit left on the spoon right there. I'm just going to take my scissors and just scrape that off of there, put it to the side, and a clean spoon to mix with. As you can see, it changes it to a very, very slight orange. So I'm just going to start loading it up. Why waste the time doing each drop and counting them? You don't really need to when you're just making a dark orange and you know it's going to take a lot. I do not have the X2 of this color, which is the stronger version of their colorant. As you can see, there's a lot of drops in there. So we mix it up. It's getting there, but I think we're going to have to do another load like we just did for it to get where I want it to. I want this thing to be really bright. Of course, guys, I've been using this like crazy. Barely goes down at all. It's a 5-ounce container of colorant. Comes with a bunch for only like $7. It's just a great deal. Mix it very well, up and down, side to side. And there's the finished color. Perfect. So now what we do, I have my 2 clamps right here. And I'm going to take my mold, clamp it up. 1 clamp, 2 clamps. See how it's fully clamped? There's a lot of pressure on it. And then we're going to shoot it. Got the mold clamped up, color heated up. I'll show you this color. Nice and thin. There's the color. Very nice orange. Now, about this injector, let me show you how this works. There's the injector nozzle. It's got that O-ring right there. There's a slot. Normally this thing is going to get good and hot when you're working with it. So I just like to do it this way. There's your injector. As you can see, it's loose right there. What you do, you just put your thumb there, put your finger, push it in, and now you're ready to go. Suck it all the way back up. Just put it on there, press it, and it pops right in. Okay. Now don't just ram this thing down because it's just going to push that thing out. It's subtle. It's a subtle injector. Swirl it up one last time. Suck out your plastic. Move it right to the mold port. Slow and steady pressure. Wait till it fills. Since this is not hand pouring, you can't tell when it's actually filled. Pull it out. Make sure to always use the rest to top it off. Put it right back over the cup. And just push it down. And then all you do to get that tip off of there is just push harder. Just keep pushing. That tip pops right out along with that sprue. Wait for it to dry. Take it off of there, put it in your sprue pile, and then you are good to go. We're going to wait till this thing cools down, and I'll show you what's going on. Mold's cured. Been sitting here for about 1.5 minutes. Now I'm going to unclamp it and show you how this thing works. Unclamp. Of course I dropped my clamp while I'm making the video. Here's the clamp I'm using, just a Husky 2-inch. It's just when I'm doing one mold, that's all I need. I use a bar clamp for other molds. Unclamp them. Put the clamps to the side. There's the mold. These Caney Creek makes these little slots when you put your fingernail. You can help pull it apart a little bit. To be honest, I just stick my finger in there and just push down. Pops it apart just fine. Do this slowly. If you're doing 2 color baits, if you're doing 1 color baits, you can go a little bit faster, but when I'm doing 2 colors, I want to go slow. And you see that bait right there? That's a perfect bait. Not a bubble in it, no trimming required. Just that thing got a little bit out of place as I took the mold out, but other than that, there it is, the punch buggy. Let me show you what I do though that makes these claws different. Take some very sharp pair of scissors, and then you just don't even lift it out of the mold, just lift that little joint out, cut it right next to the body. That's all you do. Take that one out of there, cut it right next to the body. Okay? and then I take them right where that right where the body taper comes down. I will just take that right there and just cut it in a straight line. And now arrange everything back how it was, and you just pull this whole, if you see this, you just pull this whole part out. Hold the claws in place. Arrange everything exactly how it was. You don't want anything overlapping. You want it sitting exactly how it was in the mold when you open it. Just get everything arranged nice, sitting in its little cavity. That's all you do, guys. You take the mold, close it right back up. It's easy on this because you don't have to worry about tails getting crunched or anything. But when you're shooting like other colored legs for the Kermit or anything like that, you need to make sure that stuff doesn't get crushed in there. So but it's laying fine in there. Take your mold, clamp it right back up. This little part goes in your sprue pile. And now we're going to heat up the other color. That cup. Already mixed. I'm going to mix it one more time real quick. It's the same amount, so I'm just going to put it in there for a minute 30. If you think that you're just going to get it nice and fast by putting it in, well, let's see, I put it in for 1 minute, so I could just put it in for 2, and then I put it in for 1 minute 30 seconds, and I had to heat it up for another 30. Well, we just put it in for 2 minutes. That's not the case. Your stuff's going to scorch. What happens is the top of the plastic gets normal. It's like liquid, it's ready to shoot. The bottom doesn't. Once you mix it, it evens itself out. You're just going to scorch your plastic if you just nuke it. Trust me. Minute 30. Going in there right now. I'll let you know when it comes out. I'll show you how to... I'm not going to show you how to stir it again because I already showed you how to stir it and put it in for another 30 seconds. So I'll just show you when I start entering in the color. Got my Candy Creek Crystal Clear heated up. This is my other color, what I'm going to make this nice pumpkin, brown pumpkin color. And how I do that is I have my own little blend I kind of made up. I got Bear's Bait's brown, just brown pumpkin. This is my base. I'm going to put 2 drops in for that. Okay. Mix it up. It's a pretty light color. People think, oh, I need more, I need more. No, you don't. This is what you need to do. You can put more if you just want a straight brown pumpkin. But what I like to do is I like to blend it a little bit. I got my new favorite color, by the way, guys. This is Candy Creek Green Smoke. It's just such a sweet color. I'm gonna add 2 drops of that, and that's gonna transform it from just your normal green or normal pumpkin color into this sweet little pearl color. I know it's probably really hard to see on the camera, but I'm going to add a couple more too, so it helps it, so you can see it a little bit better. Now I hope you can see that pearl in there. It's a very nice color. And then what I do is I use the flake to help me out. Use less color, more flake. I'm going to throw a little bit of shad flake in there. Not a ton because it's not a shad bait, but just a little bit, just to help it accent it out. Okay, and then a little bit. I don't mix my flakes like one at a time. I pour it all in, then I mix it. Use a little bit of 0.08 nutmeg. Very small, fine flake, almost like sand. Then, of course, you can't have a nice creature bait color without the big black flake, so a little bit of that in there. And then I'm also going to throw in some of my new flake, the 0.4 moss green, which is big green flake. Okay, now we're going to mix this up. It's not going to mix up perfect. Sorry about that, guys. Let me turn the volume down on that. It's not going to mix up perfect yet because it still needs to be heated just a little bit more again. But as you can see right there, that's a very nice looking color. Now, I'm going to scrape down all the sides of the plastic here in the cup. We're going to reheat it one more time, and we are going to shoot the rest of this bait and show you guys how this thing came out. Should be awesome. Got the second color heated up again. It is such a nice color, it really is. I'll show you a couple good close-up pictures of the bait after I'm done injecting this guy. Sorry about that, let me get it a little bit closer. Okay. Get the cup, and put it right here. Injector's already primed. Antennas are in the mold. I'm gonna soak it up. Constant, steady pressure. Don't press too hard, you'll flash it. Don't press too little, it won't fill. You just gotta play with it, guys. Top off the sprue. Evacuate the rest of the injector. Pop off that end bit. Alright guys, I'll get back to you when this bait's done and demolded, and we'll show you some close-up pictures of it. This is going to be a really great color. Bait is 100% cooled in there and cured. Not cured, but cooled. We're going to unclamp. Loosen up the edges. Just going to pop that mold open. There's the bait. All you got to do is just snip off that sprue right there. And let me get a little close up for you. There it is. Fluorescent orange claws. Brown / green pumpkin body with lots of flake. There's little tabs right here. Just disconnect them and you're ready to fish this thing. There's the bait, guys. Killer bait for Carolina rig, white flipping, big flipping, jigs, everything. And this bait is so sick. And that color is awesome too. If you want this color, please order. If you want to order this bait in this color, order a pack of punch buggies. Put whatever color you want in the drop down box. And then in the custom additives box, it lets you write in a note to me. I process all orders, so I'll get the note, believe me. Write in Fishing All Day 31 custom color for video. Write that in, Fishing All Day 31 custom color from video. I'll get this thing going for you, and you'll get a pack of these, no extra charge. Doesn't cost you more than it normally did, and you will get a killer bait like this. Thanks for watching this video, guys. And please check out Big Boy Baits, my company, at bigboybaitco.com. Thanks a lot.